Hey chat. Hi. How y'all doing today? Hi Sophia. Hey Alex. Nice to see you. How is everybody doing? Hey Phoenix. Hi. How you doing today? Oh, this music also. Good morning. Hey. Hey, we're having some good remixes to start off with. Da, da, da. You know what? Why not? Put this on. There you go. E. I have been having a pretty good day today so far. I woke up relatively early, like at noon, and I did some chores. I went grocery shopping. I had a nice shower, which you can see because my hair is still wet. And now I feel like playing some Magic. Because why not? Even wearing like my signature colors. Like I'm green and black, so there we go. Pretty warm here today, so I'm glad I didn't wear my flannel. That sounds... If it's too warm for flannel, then that sounds very uncomfortable. I'm sorry that it's so warm. I'm good, finished season 4 of My Hero Academia. Oh, okay. I saw you talking about it on the server. Sounds like it's been very emotional. Mood Sophia MHA4 hit me sore in the fields. Aw. So I'm gonna fall asleep soon as I didn't sleep tonight. Aw, babe. Maybe you can keep yourself awake somehow today. Like for the rest of the day. So you can go to bed early and actually have a night's sleep. I'm just working from home today and hoping I can avoid going outside. Oh yeah, I saw it's also very hot at your place, right? Also, it's actually the normal temp around. Yeah, I mean, normal temp can still be very uncomfortable. I know I'm very uncomfortable with everything that's above like 20°C. Which, I don't even know how much that is in Fahrenheit. Let me check. 20°C, yeah, 20°C is like 67 Fahrenheit, so everything above 70 is too much for me. I'm already a human radiator just by myself, so I don't want any more heat from the outside. I want to move somewhere colder because I love the snow, yeah. Looks like it's a high of 42°C today? Jesus Christ. I would literally melt. Like, I'm not exaggerating, I would literally melt into a puddle and die. Can't help but wish the best for Gentle and Legadia. Aw. Want to move back to Chicago. Yeah, Chicago is more of a rainy place, right? Or was that Seattle? I don't know. One of the two. 41°C. How is that normal temperature? That's... No. No, just no. Sweden is pretty cold, so yeah. That's true. That's Seattle. It's rainy and stormy in Chicago too, but that's only during the proper seasons. Ah, I see. It's up to 51 here in the summer? Jesus. Wow. That's not cool. That's not cool. The highest it's getting around here in Germany is like 30, maybe 32, something like that. That's like the highest you get at any point in time in Germany, and that's already like way too much. Yeah, like the record high for today was 35 degrees Celsius in 2007, which translates to 96 Fahrenheit. Yeah. Oh, that's like the highest it's ever like gotten here in Germany. And I don't want to live to see a day that's that hot here in Germany, honestly. Highest I remember it ever being is recent memories. 54°C? What the fuck? I mean, I know it's the US and it can be like very hot there, especially like in, I don't know, like in the southern parts, but Jesus fucking Christ, that's way too much. Chicago usually gets minus 20 to 38. Oof. I'm very glad that I am living in a more like temperature moderate place here in Germany. Also, apparently my Magic the Gathering has to like download the whole game new for some fucking reason. It's like updating like 5 GB right now, and I have no idea why. So we'll just hang out a little bit until that finishes. Let me just adjust the game real quick. Okay, there we go. Hey Green Rex! Hi! How are you doing today?
Oh, good choice.
Aw, Aemon Doctor? Or Aemon Doctor? Thank you so much for the follow. Good choice indeed. How are you doing today? Cam? Alright. Hi Cam, how are you doing? Let's see if I'm awake by the time it's done, hopefully. Yeah, MTGA always updates its entire game. Yeah, that's so weird. I specifically played like a small game earlier today just to make sure that it doesn't need to update. And I just started the game and it was fine, but then then it showed me a message where like, okay, this and this event is over. We're now gonna update the game. And apparently I have to download the whole thing again now. Hottest I've ever experienced was when I visited my uncle in Texas. It was like, oof. 55°C? Oh god. That sounds disgusting. Doing good, how are you? And everyone else and shit. I'm doing fine. I actually got some stuff done today. Like I did some chores, I went grocery shopping, I had a shower. I'm feeling very accomplished and productive today. Doing good, waiting on several emote improvements on Twitch. Ooh, yeah, I know how that feels. I have this cute little butt poking emote here. This one. And that fucking emote had to go through like 3 or 4 revisions until it was accepted by Twitch. Because for some reason, they just did not like the butt that I wanted to use. Even though other butt emotes that I've seen have, like, don't even wear anything. So I have no idea. Like, you can see, like, in the bottom corner, like the channel points, the pokes. That's the original butt poke emote. That's what it was supposed to be. But I had to change, like, the pants and the butt, and then the finger poking the butt was too much apparently too, so we had to change it to a stick. It's just, it's no good. I think the worst part about it was the fact that it was super dry heat. Sweating after only like 3 minutes outside. Oof. Isn't that normally the moist heat? I've always been told that dry heat is much easier to handle than moist heat. Because when it's super humid outside, you know, like in the tropics and stuff, then you sweat like a pig. But when it's like super dry heat, then you almost don't even notice it. That's what I've been told. I have no idea if that's actually true. Because turns out butts are not family friendly enough. Yeah, you would think that, but honestly, the artist has done several butt emotes for other streamers, and all of them never had to do any kind of revisions. And some of the butt emotes she did had less clothing and everything, and they just approved those. So I don't know why mine had to go through so many. Yeah, I get it. I don't think it would be a problem. There are little gobble bab emotes. Oh, that sounds adorable. Moist heat is the worst. Summer here in the tropical islands is so humid and bad. Oof. Yeah, I can imagine. World, be cool. If only. I mean, I don't know. I'm used to moist heat where I live at the moment. All we really get is moist heat since we're right on the river. Okay, yeah, that's fair. Yeah, like I said, I don't have any personal experience with like that super high heat, so I can only repeat what I heard, and whether that's accurate or not, I have no idea. Hey, Quinini. Hi. Good afternoon. How are you doing today? If I can move the so you can actually like see what song is playing and everything. There we go. And this can come down. Ah. Yeah, there we go. I guess it's highly dependent on what you are used to. I have to get used to humid heat so I can handle it better than dry heat. Yeah, that's probably it. Just trying to stay away from Twitter the time being. That's probably a good idea. There's so much going on. I don't even know which. Yeah, I don't even know what you're staying away from, but there's got to be something. I want to leave somewhere cold next to some water. Yeah, that sounds bad. That sounds good. Like the cold is so much easier to handle than heat. Like you can just layer stuff on and stay warm, but when you're hot, you can only take off so many clothes until you're naked, and then if you're still hot, then it sucks to be you. But lurking just got in bed, feel my eyelids growing heavy. Oh, okay. Thank you. Have a good nap, babe. See you later. Yeah, I would rather be cold than hot. Same. And I honestly, I am, like I said, I'm pretty much a human radiator anyway. So it takes a lot for me to be actually cold. Like I go out in like 10°C in a t-shirt, and I always have warm hands, and like, you know, even in the deepest winter, I sleep with a thin summer blanket and with the window open. Like that's how hot I am as a person. Damn, I've been called a space heater many times. Yeah. Yeah, it'd be like that. I would love to live in Canada only because of the cold that everyone talks about. I mean, that's fair. Canada's not the only cold place though. Like, you can pretty much live in any of the Nordic countries and be fine. Especially like in the north of like Finland or Sweden, like super cold there. I always sleep with 2 fans on and a thin blanket. I can't really sleep with fans on just because the noise is annoying to me, and because the direct like breeze of the fan just always like makes my neck hurt and everything. Can't leave the window open because there are too many bugs. Gotta put like the bug net mesh things on your window, and there's no bugs coming in if you just put that on. That's what I do. Yeah, but Canada is the closest to me, barring the US. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, just go to Finland. Nice chilly climate. Yeah, just like that. No big deal. I've got tinnitus, so noise are amazing. Oh yeah, okay, that makes sense. I like falling asleep to noise, but it usually has to be something like YouTube or something, or a stream that I can just fall asleep to. Bugs find a way. Bug nets haven't really helped me much because my family likes to keep doors open. Yeah, okay, I mean, if you keep doors open, then netting the window won't do much. And I'm gonna be honest, I also have some bugs and stuff in here, just because those adhesive strips that you put around the frame, they just don't adhere very well. Like there's always like one corner that doesn't stick well, and it just goes open, and then the smallest of bugs just come in. Always something annoying like that. Okay. Arena update says 1 GB remaining, so it should be done soon. Phoenix said bugs find a way. Yeah, they do. But the bug nets at least like keep off the bigger ones. Like moths and wasps and all that kind of shit. They don't really get through there. It's just like the really tiny ones. For me at least. And I can deal with those. I think we're just gonna keep this music going. I always find that having some other music going while playing some Magic is always a good idea. Haven't played MTG in so long. I should really get back into it. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Hey Nike, hey babe. How you doing today? Doing a lurk? No. Yeah, I used to play as a teen. Back when I think it was the first Ravnica block came out. The first Ravnica set. And I really liked, you know, like not just that, but like the core set that became before that, and then the Ravnica set. I played that, and then I kind of fell out of it, and I didn't really pick it back up until last year when Dominaria released, and actually bought a whole like booster box. I have it right here. And I made a really cool like black-green Saproling deck out of it, but I never got to play with the actual cards that I had, so that was kind of a bummer. But just having the cards and like building decks with it and sorting the card, that was already fun. So that's kind of where I got back into it a little, and then Magic Arena, MTG Arena came out, so I started playing there a little. I'm playing very casual, and I'm by no means good at it really, but you know, it's fun for a match every now and then. MTGA is a great way to play the game without having to be around people you don't want to be. Exactly, yeah. It's honestly, Arena is the best way to get back into Magic, or get into Magic in general. Hey Hera, hi, how are you doing today? Usually play a few games a night. I love the original Rav set, would have been 2003. Yeah, exactly, that one. I'm such a sucker for a good Golgari deck. That's my jam. I need to get back into Commander on paper too. I never played Commander. Or is Brawl on Arena Commander? Or is that something else? Because I have played Brawl, but I don't know if that's the same. I usually just play Arena because I don't have the money to play the card game. Yeah, honestly, same. I bought this one booster box because I just wanted to like splurge and buy something nice for myself. And that's like the first time I ever bought a booster box. I have cards for Commander, but all my other gaming for MTG goes on Arena nowadays. I mostly play Historic. Frustrated and annoyed that I can't draw. Oh, I'm sorry, babe. Yet you have to rest your wrists sometimes. Carpal tunnel syndrome and shit is not good. You need to be careful. Arena is also a good way to get tilted out of Magic. Honestly, Hera, you would get tilted out of paper Magic just as much. I know you don't like it. Brawl is different. Commander has a deeper card pool. Oh, I see. Brawl is similar, but fewer cards, and Planeswalkers can be commanders. Ah, I see. So I want to get into MTG Online, but how bad is it about needing to spend real money for packs? Magic the Gathering Online is a different thing than Arena. For online, I think you have to buy all the cards, actual real money. For Arena, you don't have to spend a dime. Like it's completely free to play. You don't have to spend anything on it. You can buy the real money currency that are gems and buy lots of packs and stuff that way. But almost everything you can do in Arena, you can do or pay for with coins, which is the in-game currency that you get by playing. It's slower and it takes longer, like you don't get as much stuff as fast, but it's totally doable. And there are only like a few events usually that you cannot do with coins. Like most of the stuff like drafts and standard events and historic and all that kind of shit, you can always enter with coins. And you can even end, like some of these events have like the rewards you get for wins can be cards, can be coins, or can be gems. So you can, theoretically, you can just play the game free to play and get a bunch of coins and then enter in one of those events and win gems. And like that way you can even get the gem stuff without actually paying money for it, which I like. Online is a bit less expensive than paper, yeah. I remember buying a starter deck for Ixalan, and it was an ally deck, and I loved the mechanics so much. I know I never played Ixalan, but I heard of the ally mechanic. Even if you want to have a competitive deck quickly in Arena, you only need to drop like $100 at the start, and that's about it. I mean, $100 is a lot. Like, that's a lot of money. But you know, you can build that up over time too. You can also pick up the set progression track, and they have and gives you more free stuff. Yeah. There's also you also get, like, the more packs and stuff you open, you get wild cards for rare and like for uncommon, rare, and like mythic cards. And with that you can quote unquote craft specific cards that you want for your deck. So you don't even have to just rely on packs and just hope that you get what you want, but you can also just craft the cards that you want and to build a specific deck. Oh yeah. In comparison to paper, it's less expensive. That is true, yeah. Like, I would say that getting into MTG Arena is very easy, and it's like it has a very like low level of entry. Might go re-download Arena now because I have an itch to play Arena. Yeah, sure. Go do. I would probably get tilted out of Paper Magic too. Yeah, exactly. It's not the online or the paper thing that tilts you, it's just Magic in general. And you know, sometimes you just have to, like, sometimes the game is not for you, and that's totally fine. Picking some stuff. It's a good way to consume the game. I play that in Hearthstone quite a bit. Online is making it worse. Okay, fair. Nice to just chill out, throw some sad chill music and play Mono Black. Edgy. But yeah, it is a good way to consume the game, especially if you don't want to throw any money towards Wizards, because they don't really deserve it right now. So this way you can still play Magic and just not support them with your money, because you can get all that shit for free. Just have to invest some time. No, plus they are probably going to change over to a digital format anyway. Yeah. Like, if you want to get into it, like, real, like, if you want to be competitive about it, I think in Magic the Gathering Online is still the way to go. I think that's still going. Like, MTG Online is still running, and if you want to be, like, competitive and, like, build, like if you want to be try hard and build competitive decks, then I think that's the way to go, and that's a little bit closer to paper Magic. But yeah, Arena is definitely more casual, like kind of just like drop in, play, drop out, that's done. But yeah, there's also this thing on MTG Online where you can get the... Because you'll have to buy all the cards with real money, you can either get them paid out or have them like redeem the online cards and get them in paper actually and have them like sent to you or something. That I always thought that was a really cool thing. I was going to buy Xanathar's guide this year, but I decided against it when I read about the things that have happened. Yeah, Wizards is in some really hot water right now. Deserved, and I'm kind of glad that I only ever bought the player's guide, the player's handbook. I mean, because I would definitely not give them any more of my money. Thinking about donating all my 5e ebooks. Only hang-up is that there's a game I love that's coming out as a module for 5e. I mean, you don't need the books to play D&D. They're like PDFs are a thing. D&D Beyond is a thing, which is not a Wizard's property, it's just licensed. And as long as like the DM has the books on D&D Beyond, then everybody else in the group can use them too. So you don't have to pay for it that way. We're being like an hour, need to go buy food. Not looking forward to carrying bags full of stuff. Aw. Food is important though, babe, so yeah, please do. See you later. So wait, what's the difference between MTG Online and MTG Arena? There are two different, like, programs. Arena is the game that we're gonna play now, which is much more like, it's newer, it's more polished, it's more visual appealing, and it's more casual. That's the free-to-play game, essentially. And MTG Online has been around for a long time. It's pretty archaic looking, and that's like the closest you would get to paper Magic. You have to buy all the cards with real money. It's more competitive, and yeah, it looks like a spreadsheet from 1995. So if you want to get into Magic the Gathering, then I would definitely recommend Arena. Not only because it's free to play, but also because it's newer and it's more user friendly. Yeah, probably keep playing D&D because it's the only game I have, but I won't buy any of their products. Yeah, I mean, you can play D&D all you want. Like I would never get on anybody's case for just playing it, especially because I'm still playing it too. I have a private game that I play D&D with friends, but I personally won't play D&D on stream anymore. I don't want to promote them that way. And I'm also not gonna throw any money their way, because they don't deserve it. Didn't know D&D Beyond was separate from Wizards. Yeah, it's D&D Beyond is owned by, let me check. D&D Beyond is owned by Fandom, the company that makes all those like wikis for games and shit. They own, like, they're the ones who own and make D&D Beyond. They have just the license from Wizards to do it. Incidentally, that's also why you don't get like any reduced prices when you already have the physical book, because you don't really play Wizard. You don't pay Wizards so much as you pay Fandom for the digital content that you get there. I remember playing an older game that looks like a spreadsheet from 1995, very pixely and stuff. That was a lot of fun. Yeah, I mean, like old DOS games like that are super cool. Like, that's my shit. I'm gonna play some old DOS games on stream at some point. I love that stuff. Did play that in local LAN with the classmates. Ooh, I remember those times. gonna be playing D&D too, but I'm not also giving the money. Also need to play other D&D versions too. Yeah, exactly. Like, if nothing else, this is a great opportunity to branch out into different systems. Like, especially like indie games. There's so many cool indie games out there that just get overlooked because D&D is such a behemoth in the industry. So you should absolutely check out some of the new, some other games that you haven't played yet. Also, speaking of, the on Heroes Without Limits, which, if you are not familiar, is a TTRPG community that's focused on disability, neurodivergence, and like chronically ill rep. And we still have a submission sheet open for new games that we're gonna run on the channel. So people can like submission campaigns and stuff to stream them. And because we decided to not host any more D&D games, like the next season, the games that are coming up are all like different systems, like indie systems, smaller systems that people may not even have heard of, and that's gonna be really cool. So if you don't know where to start with like new systems or indie systems, then you should check out Heroes Without Limits as soon as the new season starts, because there's gonna be a lot of that. So I think playing against people you know isn't as bad as playing against random shits who play meta-optimized decks to win at all costs or annoy the fuck out of you. Yeah, I mean I feel like that's just PvP games in a nutshell. Like, I don't enjoy PvP, like player versus player stuff a lot. And yeah, sometimes you just have to play with friends and then it's fun. Am I hearing Nova King's Quest playthrough? Sure, I could do some King's Quest. I definitely want to do some Quest for Glory, actually, because I really like that series. Hey Nova, when we're playing DS3 at some point. We're gonna play Dark Souls 3 at some point. I'm so glad that Heroes Without Limits is only accepting non-D&D. Yeah, me too. Honestly, I think that was like the best decision that we could have done there. That was really cool. I hope I have the time to watch Heroes Without Limits when the games start. Yeah, and we're gonna try and like disperse them evenly across the week and like have different time frames even, so that everybody, like, there's always a game for anybody to watch. We'll just have to see how it is with the DMs and how they have time, and we'll figure something out. And if not, there are always the VODs. Like, Heroes Without Limits has a YouTube archive where you can watch all the games that we've played so far. Yeah, I really like that HL's doing that too. Big reason why I put in for running a Delta Green game. Yeah, I saw that. It's a really cool pitch. And yeah, honestly, I think that's something that we should do more, just like in the TTRPG scene in general. Like, send a message to those big companies that they can't just do whatever they want. Like, we have to make, like, not just tell them, but also like do the actions to make them see that what they are doing is not to be tolerated. And the best way to do that is just not give them any exposure. And the best thing to do instead is light up or like lift up smaller indie games that normally get overlooked. So that's exactly what we're gonna do. Might join in that Heroes Without Limits if you need someone late night. Sure. I mean, there's always the Discord that you can join, which is for everyone. Like, you don't need to be disabled or neurodivergent or chronically ill or something to join the Discord. Like, it's a community for everyone. We just like just for the shows, we just like focus on disabled people for the TTRPG streams. So if you want, check out the Discord. For every game that we're gonna run, all the players that we're gonna look for will go to the Discord first, and then it's gonna go to Twitter. So if you want a little edge to maybe get into the stream games, then that's the first place to go. Light up indie game devs, Nova the Arsonist 2020. Hey, don't put words in my mouth like that. Do I have the quote thing activated even? Because if not, then I should totally do that. Because that is a great quote. Let's see. I don't think so. Let's try that actually. Add quote and then the text. Boop, boop. Nah, come on. This be Okay, so let's try that. Quote. Okay. So it does work. Gonna edit that one to get out all that stuff. There we go. Okay, that works. Oh, the link has expired. I am so sorry. I'm gonna put a new one in right now. Thank you for putting an act like a working one, Alex. Thank you. I always forget. Never copy this link. And okay. Now the timer and stuff should be working. Sorry about that. Okay, let me see. Exactly, because there are so many good games that are from smaller groups that really could use the promotion and show people that being shitty is not an excuse. Exactly. Joining the Discord right now. Valid. Will you be trying your hand at gaming a game on Heroes with Limits? Probably not, just because I already am in 2 shows on the channel, and I don't want, or like we don't want Heroes Without Limits to be one of those channels where the producers are in all the games and it's like always about them. That's not what we're about. And I'm like two shows is like already too much in my opinion. But I am in those 2 shows and it is what it is now, so I'm definitely not gonna do any more. And if once one of those shows ends that I'm in, I'm not gonna join any new ones. Like, I don't want to be in more than one show going forward. I just want all the shows to be more about the community than us producers. I would say you should do a Planescape Torment playthrough, but I tried playing it recently, it did not age well. Yeah, I'm I'm still thinking about that because like I never played those isometric D&D games growing up, so I don't have any nostalgia for them. And like Planescape Torment and like Icewind Dale, Baldur's Gate, all that stuff. It's just kind of wonky. Okay, Green Rex, try this link that I just put into the chat. That one should work. I made that one specifically that it does not expire. You're welcome. Yeah, I feel like I've already done that with the last link, but apparently not because it didn't work anymore. So I hope this one is gonna stay active. But yeah, if you wanna check out the community or check out new TTRPGs that you haven't played before, then you should absolutely check out the Heroes Without Limits streams and the Discord. Right now we have 3 shows running. One of them is a Witcher TTRPG stream, which I'm in, that runs every Saturday. We were on a little hiatus, but we're starting back up this week, so that's gonna be fun. And then there's Mousecapades, which is a homebrew D&D campaign, run by my good friend Joe, which is gonna have its finale episode next week. Like next week on Thursday, they'll have their finale, which I'm very excited for. And then there's Twilight Grove, which right now is also still a homebrew D&D game, but we're our DM Sophia, who is looking into different settings where they can like convert their world into, because those Mousecapades and Twilight Grove both started out as D&D games, because those been running for quite some time. And we decided not to change the game or like the system for Mousecapades because it's a smaller campaign, and it wouldn't have made much sense to change the system for the last 2 episodes or so. So we're just gonna have that running out, and then it's gonna be done. And yeah, Twilight Grove, on the other hand, is like a persistent, long-running campaign that doesn't really have an end yet right now. So we're looking into changing the system for that. We don't know which yet, but it'll happen at some point. But right now, it is still D&D. And yeah, and the Witcher game is a Witcher TTRPG game, which, by the way, is really cool. Like, if you like the Witcher games, then you should absolutely check that out, because Artel Saurian Games is a great company, and the games they write are really, really cool and really well done. And the Heroes Without Limits founder, Sarah, aka Mustang's Art, is a writer for them, so you know it's good. I think Pathfinder is the most obvious option, or so I have heard that they're similar. Yeah, they are. Pathfinder is essentially a continuation of D&D 3.5, I've heard. And that is definitely the most obvious choice, but Paizo as a company also sucks. Like, they have such a bad reputation as well for like overworking their staff and having a bad like company atmosphere. So switching from D&D to Pathfinder would not do anything. It would be still the same stuff, honestly. I'm filling out a form for a possible GM spot. I got a game that I got that I might want to GM. Nice! I'm looking forward to seeing your pitch. Pathfinder is also most similar to D&D in the sense that Paizo has similar issues to wizards. Yes, exactly. Good to know no companies that I won't be giving any of my money in. Yeah, honestly, there's a lot about Paizo. And if you look on Twitter and just like search for Paizo, there's definitely gonna come up some threads about them. Wow, MTG is already downloaded. Yeah, it's not that big. It's not that big of a game. It's like, I don't know, like 4 or 5 gigabyte? 10, okay, 10 gigabyte. So it's really not that big. It took me a little to download that update just now, just because I have the stream running and everything. But that update is done now as well, so we can actually go and play some Magic. So just down a little bit more. I think that's okay. Ah, god dang it. Hang on, I have to, sorry. I have to rearrange like my camera and shit. Go. Yeah, I hope that works. Capture Magic. Welcome back, Alex. We're just about to switch over to Magic. If it lets us. Oh, okay. And then? There we go. Yeah, okay, there we go. Aha. Magic. Okay, let me switch the category again. Oop. Magic Gathering. There it is. Okay. I don't know if we discussed this before, but have you thought about doing a stream of Bloodlines? I think we talked about it before, and yes, I absolutely want to play Bloodlines. Honestly, I mostly want to play Bloodlines 2 as soon as it comes out. Like, that's what I'm really looking forward to. Even though they don't have the Gangrel, it's making me real mad. Okay, Bag was making some coffee. What did I miss? Not much. We just switched over to Magic. So, since some of you have never played Magic the Gathering here, or like Arena rather, I'm just gonna show you some of the stuff that's going on in the game. If you want people to play Magic with, we're always here. That goes for Nova and everyone else in the chat. Oh, that's really nice. Oh, definitely I'm going to get it for the next gen Xbox to play it. Yeah. Okay, so let me just turn off stuff for a second. just so you can better see what's going on. Okay, so this is the home screen of Arena. As you can see, there's like a bunch of stuff here. You have the events that are going on right now, like Jumpstart and Draft and all that shit. You can see up here in the corner is the currencies. You have the gold that you earn in game. You have the gems that you can buy with your money, and you have the symbol is for the wild cards that you can use to get every card that you want, basically. And you have your profile, which is basically just the avatar that you use. This does not look right. Hang on. Wait a minute. No, that's not. Why are you doing this? Crafting the game, it's doing the same for me. Yeah, it's a little weird. Looking like on the. Yeah, okay. I think I remember something like that. Arena has some problems about being captured. Let me see if I can use a different capture method. Nope. Okay, I guess we'll do a screen capture, like display capture. Yeah, there we go. I don't like using display capture because it doesn't work really well, but that's all I have really. Okay. Let me show you its features. Yeah. Been thinking about doing some streaming stuff to make myself more comfortable with running stream games and whatnot. Thinking about making a channel where I stream old games from when I was a kid and talk about RPG stuff. Yeah, that sounds great, Alex. You should totally do that. Corrupting the game, it's doing the same for me. Yeah, let me see. Okay, so this is the profile. It's basically just your name and whatever rank you have. And you can also like change your avatar to some known characters in the Magic the Gathering universe, which are usually planeswalkers and stuff. Then you have your decks, where's all the decks you have that you build. Then there's the packs screen, where you open packs when you have them to get new cards. Then there's the store, where you can buy packs and all kinds of other like cosmetic shit. For like coins and gems. You know, like the typical like free to play game shop. But it's mostly for cosmetics or just getting new cards. It's not really like pay to win or anything. And then there's the mastery. Mastery is basically like a quote-unquote skill tree, where when you play the game enough, you get experience, and then not only get you get packs as rewards when you level up, you also get these orbs, and these orbs go into the tree, where you then unlock additional cosmetic things, like here for the core set. You get like different card styles, which don't change anything about the cards. They just make them look cooler. So that's like the stuff around the actual game. I think they also just released the update for Jumpstart too, so that might be messing with it. Put some more hazelnut coffee. Ooh, nice. I want to stream more, but I never do. Yeah, you should. Tag screen is money screen. Yeah. Okay, I am... Yeah, there's the jumpstart thing. Jumpstart is a new thing that they released for both paper and like online Magic. I'm gonna close the game for just a hot second and see if I do need to update it. I'm gonna go over here for just a second. Let's see. No, seems to be good. Okay. Here. Get all this stuff back in. There we go. Okay. If I didn't have trash internet, I'd stream, to be honest. Yeah, the internet is kind of a big thing that you need for proper streaming. But honestly, like, you don't need to stream in like super high quality and stuff. So if you have like an upload of like 5 Mbit per second, then you're good. Then that's all you need for streaming, honestly. Or like even less, like 4 would still be okay. Things have changed a lot since I played. Yeah, honestly, it's kind of same. So Jumpstart is new. Jumpstart is basically like Jumpstart decks are like bigger decks that you just like you get to and that you mash them together and then you just play that. That's like for both, apparently both here and for the paper. And then you have like the standard events, which are like standard, which is just like having a 60 card deck. Then there's the drafts, which is a really neat format. And then there's like traditional and historic and all that kind of shit. So let's do... Since I don't have enough like coins or anything for a draft, let's make a new deck. Not profile. Let's make a new deck that we can use in standard. So let's make a new one. And we'll... Let's see, what we have for different like formats that you can't see right now because the chat is over.
Good choice.
Oh, Galganex? Thank you so much for the follow. Good choice indeed. How are you doing today? Okay, I need to move some stuff around. So shit is not in the way. Let's move the chat down here. And web captioner we put over here. Go. That should be a little bit better. Yeah. Jumpstart seems to be very chaotic but fun mode. Yeah, honestly, it looks kind of neat. Deck building time, thing I probably suck at the most, but can't get enough of. Honestly, same. I'm not good at building decks. But I'm also not good at draft, so let's just do it. Yeah, we have like several different formats we can build this deck for, like traditional, pauper, limited, direct game, brawl, singleton. And limited is a 40 card deck. Actually, let me check something real quick. Can you even play like limited games? Standard, brawl, historic. Yeah, I don't think you can even like play with a limited deck just like that. So Yeah, I guess we'll make a standard one. Standard deck. And yeah, the difference between standard and limited is basically just like the amount of cards you can have. A limited deck, which is also what you use in like draft as a format, is 40 cards, whereas standard is 60 cards. Oh, hi Janos. Hi. Oh, thank you. That's I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for coming. Hope you have a good day too. Trash at building decks. I usually take one from online, then heavily modify it to fit what I want. Yeah. Honestly, same. That's why I'm doing this here, because I want to get better at it. So, let's see. I want to build a green and black deck. So, let's see what we have as green and black. Makes me feel better about myself that everyone seems to be not great at building decks. Okay, let's start with green, because green is my favorite card. I definitely want to use that. Why? Oh, because, okay. Can I sort these after? Okay, let's look at our mythic, at our rares first. So we have some mythics and like mythic rares. And like usually, okay, so the rarity of a card usually tells you how good the card is. Like the higher the rarity, the better the card, basically. And it goes from common to uncommon to rare to mythic. So the gold ones are all rares, and the red ones are mythics. So let's look at those first and see what we have here. For the pelt collector. I like the pelt collector because that one can get really out of hand. But I think the pelt collector is more like good for like an aggro deck. We have Vivian. We have some Hydras, which I really like. Also have Raska. And some green-white and green-blue. Okay. So since we're doing green-black, I think it's a good idea to go Raska. Because she's a mythic planeswalker, and you want a planeswalker in your deck. And the planeswalkers, the way they work, there are like permanent cards on your field, and every turn you can use them to use one of their like 3 abilities, and either those abilities put more counters on the card or they take counters away. And for Raska, she has one ability where whenever you sacrifice a permanent, you gain life and you draw a card. Then another one with which you can destroy a target permanent with convert mana cost 3 or less, so it's great removal. And then the big one, her like ultimate, is that you get an emblem with whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to a player, that player loses the game. So that's like huge, right? Normally you have to like whittle down an opponent's life total to 0 to win, but with that emblem, the moment you deal damage to that player, they lose, which sounds great. What kind of decks do you play the most? Aggro, control? I'm usually the kind of person who likes big creatures. Like I'm going in like big dick swing and like with lots of trample, big creatures, and just overwhelm the player like that. So just like standard green, really. So yeah, we're definitely gonna take Raska. And the other planeswalker we have is Vivian. Vivian is great because she does a lot like with counters and like making your creatures bigger and giving them trample and stuff like that. So that's something I like too. So with her abilities are putting 2/1/1 counters on 2 creatures and giving them trample, then making a creature I control deal damage to another creature, so it's also removal. And her ultimate is that I get to choose a creature card from outside the game and just put it into my hand. So I can have some like huge creature cards in my side deck and use that ability and just take it into my hand and play it, even though it's not even in my deck. So we're gonna put her in 2. So we have like 2 planeswalkers. That seems like a good amount. And since we're gonna be all about like big creatures and like huge creatures with lots of trample, we're gonna look for cards that complement that playstyle. I like the combination of green and white, big creatures with small mint and our healing. Yeah. So let's see what we can do to get more and bigger creatures. We obviously have some of the Hydras, which I really like. Then we have Izoni, who creates lots of small creatures. And that also like goes in hand in hand with like sacrificing them. And that's about it for green-black. So let's see. I really like Gargos just because it's such a like big dude. And he's cool because not only does he make Hydra spells, like other Hydras you cast, cheaper, you also get, whenever you cast a creature, or like whenever one of your creatures is targeted by a spell, either yours or the opponent's, Gargos fights a creature. So there's even more removal there. And since Gargos is a big dude, that's usually actually removal. So we're gonna put 2 of him in there. And naturally we want more Hydras then. So we're gonna do the Voracious Hydra, which is a 0/1 for X and green, which doesn't sound good, but you get X +1/+1 counters on that Hydra when you cast it. So the more mana you have, the bigger the Hydra. We're gonna put that in. I'm gonna do the Overgrown Tomb just because it's a dual land, unlike dual lands. I play a lot of mono red and other degenerate aggro strategies. When I play mono color, it's usually mono green. Gruul Stompy is my fave. Yeah, Gruul's fun. So is there anything I should go for as someone who enjoys swarms and like necromancy? Definitely black. Black and black-green are amazing for that. Like, here, look at Izoni. She's a black-green creature. And when she comes onto the battlefield, you create a small insect token for the number of creature cards in your graveyard. So the more creature cards you already have in your graveyard, the bigger the swarm of insects she's gonna come with is gonna be. So that's a lot of like small ones. We're gonna take that one. And then there's also something similar, is Arasta of the Endless Web, which is a legendary spider. And whenever your opponent casts any spells, you get a spider token. So this one is great to punish control players, because control players are all about their spells. So if you have one of those, then their spells just help you get bigger. So those are all like very big creatures. Do I have anything else that I want for big ones? Instants and sorceries only, but yeah, I love Arastra. Yeah, honestly, instants and sorceries are like the main thing that control players have, because most of their like counter spells and shit like that it's all either instants or sorceries. We have Hatchery Spider. Which has Undergrowth. And Undergrowth is great for something like Izoni. Like those cards like have good synergy, because with Hatchery Spider, when you cast it, you put cards in your graveyard. And the more cards you have in your graveyard when they're creatures, the bigger Izoni will be. You may put a green permanent card with convert mana cost X or less from among them onto the battlefield. Yeah, I really like Undergrowth as a mechanic. Okay. The Great Henge is also really cool, because that one works really well if you have big creatures. Because it's the bigger the creature you have that you control, the cheaper this card is. And not only is it great mana ramp, you also every creature you put on the battlefield gets a +1/+1 counter when you put it on the field. So that just helps you get even bigger creatures. What else do we have? We have Assassin's Trophy, which is removal, but the controller of that permanent gets to search the library for basic land. I'm not big about that one. We have Storef. And whenever he deals combat damage to a player or planeswalker, return to your hand for the creature or planeswalker in your graveyard that wasn't put there this combat. So Storef is great for getting all the creatures you get put into your graveyard back into your hand, which might be cool, but we kind of want creatures in the graveyard, so I'm not sure about that one. Because I have the Underrealm Lich. When you draw a card, instead look at the top 3. Put one in your hand and the rest in your graveyard. That's also like self-milling. I don't think he's like super big in our strategy. I'm gonna take the Pet Collector because he gets big. And I'm also gonna take the Incubation with Druid because one, it's mana ramp, and for another, it has the thing with when it has more counters, you get more mana, so that's also good for our stuff. Okay, let's look at black. At our black rares. I know some white decks can really swarm the field, but since I haven't played in a while, I don't remember. Yeah, white has a lot of like aggro stuff with like many small creatures. So here in black, what do we have that's cool? Return target creature from the graveyard to the battlefield. Ah, that's black and white. Never mind. Okay. White Weenie is a black and historic, but I don't think it has much traction standard at the moment. Yeah, I honestly don't know what the metas are really, so I can't really comment on that. we got Gutter Bones, which is a great card because not only is it cheap, but it also you can also like regenerate and get it back from your graveyard. Then Priest of Forgotten Gods is a sacrifice one. We're not big on those. Blood Operative is lifelink. Also not really our thing. Demonic Embrace makes a flyer. Could be cool. You know, let's take that one for now. And the Knight of the Ebon Legion is cool because not only is it cheap, but you also can buff it to make it stronger. Karaoke time, my choice. Oh no. Let's take the Knights of the Ebon Legion because those are really cool. I'm gonna say please choose a song for me, because if I have to choose one, then we're gonna be here all day, and I have to do some magic on the side as well. So you think of a song, and when you have one, tell me, and I'm gonna sing it. Okay, so those are our rares. Now let's look at all the cards. What do we need for this deck to be good? We already have a lot of like big creatures, so I'm thinking some smaller ones that we can then make bigger with the counters and stuff. And we also need some mana ramp. So let's see what kind of green stuff we have. Actually, yeah, let's look at creatures, especially. Green creatures, there we go. We have Chainwood Arachneer, which has escape. Sparkeye Troll comes in with counters. The Spinner, target land becomes a control, becomes an elemental with trample. That's not really something we need. I would like more mana ramp, just so we have mana to actually play those big creatures. Leafkin Druid is great for that. That's mana ramp. Take 2 of those. Elysian Caryatid is also mana ramp. Then we have the Nessian Horn Beetle, which also gets bigger when we have big creatures, which I like. Let's see, what else? Bryon Dryad. Know your class spell that's white, blue, black, or red. We don't have that much. How about La Bamba, oldie but goodie? I don't think I know that one. Murder and Duress are solid. Or by La Bamba. Ew, green deck. Hey now, green is great. Also, hey Vex. Yeah, okay, let's look at La Bamba. I don't know if I know that song. Bamba. Okay. It's not red, therefore it's not great. Oh, yeah, sure. Okay, put this down. Is it this one? Oh, that one, okay. I think that's Spanish. I can't speak Spanish, so we'll see how that goes. What about this one? Ah, that's life. Okay. Okay, let's see. Oof. Okay, that could be. I'm not okay. I'm not I'm not promising anything good to come from this, but I'm gonna try anyway. Okay, let's go. Para bailar la bamba, para bailar la bamba, necesita un poco de gracia, una poca de gracia pa' mi parí, arriba, ay arriba, poticere, poticere, marinero. Yo no soy marinero, soy capitán, soy capitán. Bamba, 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 bamba. Bailar la bamba, para bailar la bamba se necesita una poca de gracia. Una poca de gracia pa' mi pati, ay arriba, ay arriba. Okay, there you go. It's hard to sing a song that you're not familiar with, and then it's also in a language that you don't know. You're welcome, and I'm sorry. Okay. 0 out of 10, not enough genre. Okay. I apologize, Spanish is difficult. It's fine. You know, when you picked up the pace, you did pretty well. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. Okay, so we have some small creatures. We have a lot of ramp. Let's look into middle creature. Well, some chimera, an escaper. We don't really do escape. Truffle Snout is really nice. It's a really cute piggy. Also comes with the 1/1 counter. But I don't know if that's really that good. We have the Gnarlback Rhino, which I like because it has trample. Unicorn, we're not calling to the hunt. We have the aggressive mammoths, which are pretty old. And those are our big ones again. The sandworm can't be blocked by creatures with power 2 or less. Okay, that's green creatures. Let's look at black. What do you have around here? Physician, not really our thing. Hateful Eidolon is lifelink when a creature dies. Nah. Liliana Stewart is milling. No, not really. Squad, more lifelink vampires. More sacrifice. Maret. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna go. We're not gonna do many like black creatures. Though I do like the Deathbloom Thalid. I'm gonna take 2 of those. Because the Deathbloom Thalid, when it dies, gives you some more tokens, which is always nice. Flying Gorger, Savage Gorger flying. Beginning of your end step, if an opponent lost life this turn, put a 1/1 counter on it. We have other stuff to give us counters. Like Spinal Centipede, that one could be nice. Because it gives counters when it dies. We have the Gravedigger. With Archer, I'm not huge about. Lot of Mayhem. Don't have many vampires. Doom Whisperer, Flying Trample. We already have so many big creatures. Yeah, we have 20 creatures already. So let's look at some non-creature spells. You mean the totally friends deck? Vamp of the Dire Moon? I didn't see that one. Which one is that? Fire. Oh, that one. Death Touch Lifelink. We're not gonna. Lifelink isn't really our thing, and Death Touch